Okay, break down like the areas or the neighborhoods.
So, where I currently live in Bolton Hill, it's more of this artsy neighborhood that was revitalized to be a community of artists, and from there you can move over to city little towns like Hamden, which are these exterior towns around Baltimore. But you can move deeper down to areas by the water. You have Fells Point and Canton. There's the Inner Harbor. Those are kind of the areas that I would say a lot of people visit when they come to Baltimore. I like to photograph abandoned places, and through that, I have explored a lot of the other areas of Baltimore that not many people visit, but are home to some great people and great things to do. One of my favorite areas to hang out and photograph by the water is Dundalk. It's this very industry driven sector of Baltimore, and it's where the ports are. Baltimore is a big port city, and that's one of my favorite little areas. But there's so many different towns, that little communities that make up Baltimore. It's hard to list all of them. We're a bay city, so we're surrounded by, or the water. The city surrounds the water.
Yeah.
Is the way to put it, I guess.
So okay, I have to ask this. You've seen The Wire?
I have. I've seen a few episodes of it. It's been a while since I've watched the entirety of it, but I have seen The Wire.
Okay.
A lot of the areas they filmed in are within like a 5-10 minute drive from where I live.
Okay, wow. That's probably the like most I know about like Baltimore, like the impression of it, and also like sports teams like the Ravens, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. It's like it feels like it's not taken as seriously as like DC. I mean, DC is the capital, but it's like in that like mid-Atlantic area, like Arlington and all those cities.
Yeah. I mean, Baltimore used to be a pretty major city. It's had its population declining over the years, people moving out to other places and things. And I think in its heyday, it definitely had its probably bigger reputation as a city. And then since so fewer population currently resides here, it's changed a lot. But
you enjoy it though?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has its quirks and things. But living in Baltimore has been an experience, to say the least. I've learned a lot about different people and things like that. And there's a lot of history to this city. Edgar Allan Poe and people like that. There's a graveyard where the creator of the Ouija board is buried.
Oh, really?
And he has a headstone with the Ouija board on it. John Wilkes Booth is also buried here.
Okay.
Is this a lot of little things like that that you might not know about? But when you dive deeper into Baltimore, its city and history, I've found a lot of interesting things, I'd say.
Do you know much about Edgar Allan Poe?
I mean, I've read some of his poems throughout school. I'm not a super big like Edgar Allan Poe buff, I would say, compared to some people I know.
I'm looking up Baltimore right now. I'm curious about the establishment date. Let's see.
Should be, I think it's 1729.
Yeah, this should be a lot. 1729. That's a long time. Yeah, 1729. Wow. Yeah, so there's so much history there. Are there a lot of like cobblestone streets and things like that?
Yeah, one thing that they did do is they have paved over a lot of them, but there are a good many down in the Fells Point area. Once you go down by the water in the old historic towns, they've tried to keep us a good bit of the cobblestone.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It seems like a neat town.
Yeah, there's so much to do here. I mean, we have things from like an aquarium to any type of restaurant you could think of, and it's art museums. Yeah, there's parks and
You said it's a foodie town, right?
yeah, and I honestly didn't really know that when I first came to Baltimore.
Okay.
When I first started college, 2018. It wasn't really till I actually started working in the restaurant industry over the past summer that I kind of got to experience like the food life in Baltimore and how prominent that was.